Part 1. The discovery. The sun was beginning its descent, casting a golden hue over the vast desert. Max O'Connell, a seasoned treasure hunter with years of experience under his belt, wiped the sweat from his brow as he surveyed the desolate landscape. He had been following an old map, passed down through generations, that promised a hidden tomb buried deep beneath the sands. His heart raced with anticipation as he neared the marked location. Max's journey had been long and arduous, fraught with challenges and peril. From deciphering ancient texts to navigating treacherous terrain, he had faced it all. But now, standing on what he hoped was the final spot, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. He grabbed his shovel and began to dig. Hours passed, and the sun had set, leaving Max to work by the light of his lantern. His determination never wavered. Finally, the sound of metal striking stone echoed in the stillness of the night. Max's heart leapt. He brushed away the dirt to reveal a large, ornate stone door. Hieroglyphs and intricate carvings adorned its surface, telling stories of a time long past. Part 2. Entering the tomb with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, Max carefully pried open the heavy stone door. A gust of stale air rushed out, carrying with it the scent of centuries-old secrets. He lit a torch and stepped inside, the flickering flames casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air was cool and damp, a stark contrast to the scorching desert outside. The entrance led to a narrow passageway, the walls lined with faded murals depicting scenes of daily life in ancient times. Max's footsteps echoed through the silent corridor as he ventured deeper into the tomb. He marveled at the craftsmanship and artistry that had stood the test of time. As he turned a corner, Max's torch illuminated a large chamber. His eyes widened in awe. The room was filled with treasures beyond his wildest dreams. Gold coins, jeweled artifacts, and intricately designed pottery were piled high. But what caught his attention was a sarcophagus in the center of the room, its lid adorned with the likeness of a regal figure. Part 3. The Guardian's Challenge. Max approached the sarcophagus with reverence. He could feel the weight of history pressing down on him. Just as he reached out to touch the lid, a low rumbling sound filled the chamber. He spun around, torch held high, to see a figure emerging from the shadows. It was a guardian, an ancient protector of the tomb, its form both human and ethereal. The guardian's eyes glowed with an otherworldly light as it spoke in a language Max couldn't understand. Yet, the meaning was clear. To claim the treasure, Max had to prove himself worthy. The guardian extended a skeletal hand, revealing a small, intricately carved box. Max took it and opened it carefully. Inside was a series of puzzles and riddles, each one more challenging than the last. He knew that solving them would be the key to earning the Guardian's approval. Max sat down, his mind racing. He had always prided himself on his intelligence and problem-solving skills. As he worked through the puzzles, he felt a connection to the ancient people who had created them hours past. But Max was relentless. Finally, he solved the last riddle. The Guardian nodded, satisfied. It stepped aside, allowing Max to approach the sarcophagus once more. With a deep breath, Max pushed the heavy lid aside. Part 4. The Treasure Unveiled. Inside the sarcophagus lay a mummified figure, its face serene in eternal slumber. Alongside it were scrolls and artifacts that told the story of a forgotten civilization. Max carefully lifted a scroll and began to read. The tale was one of a wise and benevolent ruler who had hidden his wealth to protect it from invaders, entrusting it to the sands of time. Max felt a profound sense of respect for the ruler and his people. He knew that the treasure he had discovered was not just gold and jewels, but knowledge and history. He took photographs and made detailed notes, determined to share his findings with the world. As he prepared to leave the tomb, Max turned to the Guardian. "Thank you," he said, knowing that the ancient protector understood his gratitude. He stepped back into the desert, the first light of dawn breaking over the horizon. Part 5. Sharing the discovery. Back at his camp, Max transmitted his findings to his team. The excitement was palpable as they realized the significance of the discovery. Plans were made to preserve and study the tomb, ensuring that its secrets would be shared with future generations. Max looked back at the entrance to the tomb. Now bathed in the soft glow of morning light, he felt a deep sense of fulfillment. His journey had been more than a quest for treasure, it had been a journey through time, connecting him to the ancient world in ways he had never imagined. As he packed up his gear and prepared to leave, Max knew that this was just the beginning. The hidden tomb had given him more than he could have ever hoped for. It had given him a story, a connection to the past, and a treasure that would enrich the world for years to come. With a sense of adventure and discovery, Max O'Connell's tale of the hidden tomb will inspire treasure hunters and historians alike, reminding us that the greatest treasures are often the stories and knowledge we uncover along the way.